It is Wednesday, September 16th, and this is CONCACAF VideoSignals. On today's show, we'll take a look at last night's action in the CONCACAF Champions League, where each game was decided by one goal or less. Plus, we'll preview tomorrow's games and end the program with the CONCACAF quiz. 3 thrilling games marked the opening of Match Day 3 in the CONCACAF Champions League last night. In Bayamon, visiting Cruz Azul rallied from a 2-goal deficit to tie the Puerto Rico Islanders 3-3. Cristian Arrieta gave the home side a 24th-minute lead, taking advantage of a loose ball in the box. Pablo Ceballos equalized only 10 minutes later, turning beautifully and firing home from 12 yards with his right foot. Fabrice Noel restored the Islanders' lead in the 40th minute, using a change of pace to get into the area and stabbing in a right footer after accepting a neat flick from Nicolas Adderley. Adderley would get one for himself in the 45th minute, reacting quickly after a defensive error. Cruz Azul launched its comeback midway through the second half. Ceballos scored his second when slack defending gave him extra space to tee up a shot from 20 yards. The visitors got the equalizer in the 86th minute when a ball skipped past the face of the goal to a hustling Alejandro Vela, who only had to tap it in near the far post. The Islanders now have only 1 point from 3 games, and a return to the CCL quarterfinals is looking unlikely. Cruz Azul has 7 points out of 9. In Port of Spain, a first-half penalty by Cristian Gomez lifted visiting DC United to a 1-0 victory over San Juan Jablota. It was DC United's first ever CONCACAF Champions League win in 11 tries and keeps the Major League Soccer team alive in the competition. In the 14th minute, referee Trevor Taylor ruled Noel Williams handled in the box. After a slight hesitation, Gomez beat Jablota goalkeeper Cleon John to score what proved to be the game winner. In El Salvador, Orlando Rodriguez scored in the 5th minute of injury time to give Árabe Unido a 1-0 victory over Metapan and extend its Group A lead. Rodriguez settled a looping cross from second-half substitute Publio Rodriguez, volleying a chested ball with his left foot past goalkeeper Alvaro Alfaro, with time nearly expired. It was only one of a handful of chances by Árabe, which improved to 7 points, 3 better than the Houston Dynamo and 4 ahead of Pachuca. Metapan has no points and no goals from 3 group games. There are 3 more games tonight. W Connection squares off against Pumas in Maribela, Trinidad. Pachuca hosts the USA's Houston Dynamo. And the Columbus Crew meets Saprissa in San Jose, Costa Rica. Match Day 3 concludes tomorrow night with 2 games. In a meeting of the first-place teams in Mexico and Honduras, Toluca hosts Marathon. Toluca's last game was on Saturday, a 1-0 victory at Indios, making it 6 wins in 8. Its last Champions League game was a 3-1 win at DC United, giving them maximum points from 2 games. Hector Mancilla has been on fire for Toluca, netting in 4 consecutive games in all competitions, scoring 6 goals over that stretch, including 2 against DC. Marathon is unbeaten in 9 of 10 Honduran League games, including a 2-0 win over Hispano on Saturday, where Mitchell Brown got both goals. The Green Monster has won both of its CCL games, including a 3-1 win over visiting San Juan Jablota the last time out. Marathon has 1 win in 4 all-time CCL away encounters. In an all-Central American pairing, Comunicaciones welcomes Real Espana to Guatemala. Comunicaciones has 4 wins and 5 ties from 9 Guatemalan League games, including a 1-0 victory at Suchitepeques on Sunday. A 2-1 triumph at W Connection gave the Cremas their first Champions League points. Tránsito Matepeque has scored 4 goals in his last 2 domestic league games. Real Espana defeated Victoria in the Honduran League on Saturday thanks to a Jairo Porto brace, giving him 3 goals in 2 games. The San Pedro Sula-based side will be looking to bounce back from a 5-1 rout against Pumas in this last CCL game and give it 3 valuable points in what can end up being a race for second place in Group D. Video Signals will have more Champions League highlights tomorrow. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday, we went true-false with the following statement. DC United's Jaime Moreno has scored the most goals in the history of Major League Soccer. Thanks to all who responded. The correct answer is true. With 129 goals, Moreno is Major League Soccer's all-time leading scorer. Now for today's question. Can you name Costa Rica's head coach at the 2006 World Cup Finals in Germany? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org by 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. If you answer correctly, your name will be placed into a weekly contest. The winner will receive a prize from CONCACAF. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.